Okay, you've now selected Lightbrush, and now we're going to paint with light. Select Paint with Light, and when you select Paint with Light, there's by default a 55% adjustment layer that covers the image. StudioMagic has provided a brush to begin to paint the light on the image. Okay, let's start painting. I'm going to right-click in the image, and let's make sure that the brush hardness is set at 0%. Now I will proceed to paint on the mask with the defaulted brush. The foreground color is set to black, as you can see below, enabling you to paint through the mask to reveal the light as I'm doing here. And I'm just going to continue clicking here, and I'm going to turn the lights of New York City on. There we go. Let me show you how to create a straight line. You click in one spot, hold the Shift key down, move to another spot, and release. It's that simple. Hold the Shift key down, we go to another spot, and release. Now let's try it on the StudioMagic Light Ray. You click here, click there, and release. You click on the top, you hold your Shift key down, and you release. Once again, you click at the top starting point, go to the bottom starting point with your Shift key down and release, and do it one more time. And that's it, and that's how it works. Now we're going to apply the Shift click on the StudioMagic Light Burst. We'll paint with light. You have the adjustment layer. I'll start at the starting point here, hold my Shift key down, take it to another point, and release. There we go, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. Now what's nice about this, you have an adjustment layer, and now you can dial back the opacity to create the lighting mood that you are trying to accomplish. Here's how you use the Shift click for everything. We're going to paint with light, go to one spot here, hold the Shift key down, go to another spot, and release. And just continue to do that until you get the desired effect. There you go. It works perfectly. And now what you want to do is you can dial the opacity back to achieve your desired effect. And we just keep moving it back and forth here until you feel comfortable with it. Here's a case where there's a little light spill. So what you can do is you can hit X on your keyboard, turn the foreground layer to white, and now you can paint on the layer to remove the spill. Here's another example of painting with the Shift click. You click in the top spot, you hold your Shift key down, you go to the bottom, and you release. You go to the top location, hold your Shift key down, go to the bottom location where you want it, and you release. And you do that a few more times. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to purposely spill over here a little bit, so therefore it's spilled over. It doesn't quite line up with the window. So what I want to be able to do is just hit X on your keyboard, and all you have to do is then paint on the layer to remove the spill. And there we go. Okay, we're going to do the Shift click again. But this time what I want to do is to show you sometimes the vignette of 55% is a little bit on the dark side. So we're going to go Shift click and take a look. The vignette's a little bit too pronounced. I want to blend it a little bit, so let's dial back the 55%, and that feels and looks a lot better. Here's how to add some drama to the photo. Dial back on the flow to around 20%. And now let's go ahead and bring out the highlights in her hair. Just painting on the mask brings out the highlights. And this is what you call painting with light. Now let's go ahead and illuminate her face. There we go. And then just finish off by painting the rest of her hair, the highlights in her hair. And over to the left a little bit. There we go. Very slowly, very meticulously, just paint away. And that'll do it.